Hi, everybody. All right, so for the first 45 seconds, you're going to see me nervously, and trust me, the man you see in this camera that looks like me, he's a nervous man right now. All the pieces are in place. The G3X system is in place. The CAN bus is in place, and the power wires are in place. And it is time to turn this damn thing on. I'm just going through the final checklist of everything that I possibly needed. All the other pieces are turned on. All we need to do is turn on the display, which is now. There it is. The word Garmin right across that screen. It's the happiest thing I've ever seen. Look, like I said last video, getting this thing hooked up and actually running ain't that difficult. Power in, power out, and you could actually get that display working no problem. Right? No problem at all. The problem comes when you actually want this thing to work properly, right? Naturally, I assumed that the first time I started this thing up, it would be perfectly configured. It would show me exactly where I was, how I was oriented, etc., etc. None of that actually happens. There's a lot more to this thing than meets the eye. Thankfully, Garmin always sends good instructions. Now, the thing about their instructions is that it doesn't emphasize anything important for idiots, right? Garmin doesn't design it for people like myself, nincompoops. No. They design it for people that like to read stereo instruction. It's all monotone. I mean, there's no exclamation points. I mean, there's a few wherever it uses the word, electricity, danger. But like there's a whole bunch of stuff in this system. And let's just go over, okay, in the next 4 minutes, let's go over the things that I've learned that you're seeing me learn in this video. One, if you just plug the power in and you fire that thing up, it works. Don't get me wrong, it works. But of course, you have no radios, you have no GPS, IFR, navigation. If you don't have, an autopilot servo hooked up, it doesn't show you autopilot. If you don't have the other pieces of the G3X system properly on the CAN bus, you don't see those either. All you see multifunction display. First thing it does is it shows up with a map, right? Well, yeah, technically it is a map. So you've got maps, charts, all that kind of stuff, and it's all there, and you're like, huh, I don't see an artificial horizon, nor do I even know how to get one out. So there's two things that you need to do outside of, well, three things outside of the power to make sure that this damn thing works. One, my major mistake, I didn't have the CAN bus plugged in correctly. You look back at yesterday at the last video where I say the CAN bus goes into this plug number here, number 26, and CAN bus low goes into number 25. Well, I had it plugged into number 27 and number 26. Like I said last video, you will plug things in wrong. It will happen. If tell you what, if you can build an entire Vans aircraft, do all the wiring yourself, and not plug in something wrong, then I want to have a drink with you. Though you probably don't drink because you're probably a transvestite alien robot. Here you can see I've repositioned the camera. Got a nice little picture you can see. So right now is me trying to figure out why the hell I'm not seeing my other pieces of the CAN bus. I can't see any of them. I go into configuration mode. I can't see any of them. And so I'm actually dissecting, or not dissecting, but I'm kind of basically taking apart this stupid magnetometer because I can't figure out why it's not seeing the signal. So yeah, like I said, make sure your CAN bus is plugged in correctly. 2. Inside your main PFD, when you buy the PFD, actually when I bought the LRU kit, it came with something called a configuration module. Quick picture of that here. That's what stores the settings and the configuration for your G3X system. It comes with the LRU kit, which is the magnetometer, ADAHRS unit, and OAT probe. Keep that. Don't throw it away. When you buy the display, well, I'm sorry, when you actually buy the display connector kit, the back shell that holds all of the wires for that 50-pin monster I showed you, quick picture of that here, yeah, so that shell actually holds the configuration module, and there's 4 wires that plug directly into the unit, so you need those, right? So you got to have those plugged in, or every time you turn it on, it would be a blank slate, right? So those are the first 2 things. The last thing that we'll hit on real quick is that there's one wire. There's a device profile wire. It's a single grounded wire, basically meaning that it's just a wire that you're going to put a pin on, and it's going to be part of the 50-pin unit in the back, but it leads to nowhere other than ground. Right? We call that active low. It's basically just, hey, this is connected to ground. That's all you need. It's basically just an identity. So you plug that sucker into pin position number 10, connect it to ground, and when you fire it up, you have yourself a primary flight display. So miracles never cease. In the next video, we're going to keep working, probably not on this because I'm waiting for a few other parts. But anyway, thanks for joining me. See you soon.